A short biography of John Lennon. Lennon was born in Liverpool in 1940. He was brought up by his aunt Mimi, who bought him a harmonica and taught him how to play the violin. Lennon's mother played him Elvis Presley records, and he fell in love with rock and roll. He told his mother and aunt he would be a famous singer one day. In his early years, Lennon was an mischievous student who would be quick to take the mickey out of teachers as well as students. While in his early teens, he got his first guitar and would spend hours playing. His aunt, Mimi, would remark regularly, "The guitar is all very well, John, but you'll never make a living out of it." In the late 1950s, Lennon formed a group called the Experiment. This was the precursor to the Beatles. In 1957, he met and formed a successful musical partnership with Paul McCartney. They complemented one another. Lennon focused on the more satirical aspects and McCartney veered towards the more optimistic, cheerful qualities. Lennon was considered the leader of the Beatles, as the oldest and with the most musical talent. The Beatles' first concert was at the Cavern Club in Liverpool on March 21, 1961. After being rejected by many musical labels, they eventually signed an agreement with Parlophone in 1962. During their great success in the 60s, Lennon would often be the figurehead for the group, although they maintained the decision of the group was democratic. Through the Beatles' years and his subsequent solo career, Lennon expressed his political activism and pacifism. In 1969, the Beatles had started to split up. It was John Lennon who was the main factor behind this. After 1970, John Lennon created a very successful solo career, often with the help of his second wife, Yoko Ono. In the early 1970s, John Lennon also became a figurehead for the anti-war movement. His song, "Give Peace a Chance," became an anthem for the anti-war movement. Due to his anti-war stance, the Nixon administration tried to have him deported, but after a long struggle, he was able to gain a green card in 1976. On Monday, December 8, 1980, John Lennon was shot by Mark David Chapman at the entrance of the building where he lived, the Dakota in New York. Lennon had just returned from Record Plant Studio with his wife Yoko Ono. Lennon was pronounced dead on arrival at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital Center, where it was stated that nobody could have survived for more than a few minutes after sustaining such deadly injuries. Shortly after, local news station reported Lennon dead. Crowds gathered at the Roosevelt Hospital and in front of the Dakota. He was cremated on December 10, 1980 at the Faircliff Cemetery in Hartsdale, New York. The ashes were given to John, who chose not to hold a funeral for him.